Here I'm going to walk you through putting some subtitles onto a video, and unfortunately, since YouTube does its own line breaks mid-sentence, I'm going to show you how to correct that. Here's a video that is 5 minutes long, and we are going to add some closed captions to. First, I will select the closed captions icon when watching the video that I have control over. Then I'm going to select the default automatic captions that it has inserted for me. That's just going to save me a little bit of time, so I don't have to type every word. I'll only have to correct the sentences. I'm going to save a copy here by downloading in the SBV captions format. It's saved it in the bottom bar here, which shows in your downloads folder. It defaults just to the file name Captions. I put it here already, distinguishing for my own reference by using the YouTube video ID, but you can put anything there that you want to. This is only for your own reference. I then opened up this captions file, which is SBV. I defaulted to Notepad or to WordPad. Here you'll see it's in WordPad. You can see that it has the start time in seconds, the minutes, the seconds, minutes, seconds, and then tenths of a second. So this is a 3-second span right here, in the 2-minute 20-second mark to the 2-minute and 23-second mark. I'm going to be removing all of those from this file and putting everything into a single line of text. So here's what I'm going to do. I made sure that it's not in word wrap, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a space and delete to every mark here, every line, to make it all one line. I'm just selecting all of the timestamps and deleting those and putting a space between every word. Google sometimes will do end of sentence with a period, but that's not always the case. That's what we're going to be doing. I need to do it a bunch at a time and then make it all one line. Then the next step will be to correct the sentence by listening to the video and making any changes to the typing. And then what I'm going to be doing is making 2 line breaks between every single line before importing that video. I'll pause the video and then resume after I have gotten this text file all to be one piece. So back here on the captions file, you'll see that I made everything one line. I'm going to change the view from word wrap to window. It's kind of similar in Notepad rather than WordPad. So this is all the text in one line, and I'm going to go ahead and watch the video or listen to the video and then make this, some spelling corrections and put 2 line breaks at the end of every sentence. I'm going to try and make every line enough to fit onto 2 lines of closed captioning. So you might adjust the width of your Notepad or WordPad to give you a little hint about how wide it could be at its maximum width with 2 lines per line of text. Then pay attention to the commas or any semicolons that you would put in to try and break up the lines into to keep it within the same width here. If you have a sentence that's very long, try to look for a natural end of a thought and then put the line break there. And I might put 2 line breaks. So here I'm just going to assume that this is the end of the sentence. I will correct myself later. I put the period there. I'm going to put 2 lines for that to really separate this closed caption. So that will help when importing this text file later into the YouTube import. You can see that I have resized the windows a little bit so that I can at least hit play and pause on the YouTube video in this other window. And then I have the notepad or WordPad in the right hand window. And you can see what I've done. I've made different line breaks, 2 line breaks between every sentence or partial sentence. Up here, this sentence was too long to fit on to one closed caption window. So I chose the comma as a way to separate this into another short sentence. Here's the text that I have remaining to correct. I'm just going to go ahead and click the window over here to begin listening to the video, and then I'll come over here and correct it. Then go back, hit play, or rewind a little bit if I need to listen to something a second time. Now that I have all of the subtitles corrected, I'm going to go ahead and select everything within this file. I'm using Control A on this computer, then I'm going to right click and select copy. Then let's go back to the YouTube video and go back to the track list, which you can also get to by going to the closed captions on a video that you have the editing privileges for. I'm going to click Add Captions. Then I am going to transcribe and sync. This is where it assumes that you will manually type in the video transcript. You could also have done this instead of using Notepad. I'm going to go ahead and paste in everything that I have typed. Notice that I have, again, 2 line breaks between every line. I've chosen the default language of English. If this video is in another language, then choose your own language there. Toggle with this. Play around with this going back. The shift and space will change between play and pause if you happen to be typing at the same time as watching or listening to this video. I'm going to click on the sync button, which is synchronize, which will try to match up these lines of text with this video playing here. The synchronization is in progress. Come back to this page in a little bit, which you can get to by clicking on the closed captions, and then you'll see that it is still syncing right here. When it's done, then you can click on that subtitle entry in order to review the captions and make any additional corrections. Okay, back here on the imported list of languages, you will see the English subtitles. Click on that. You can modify these, review them for any line breaks that should be inserted. I'll go down here and insert a line break. I will change some. Click on the time to go to that point in the video. Then it will play that segment, and you can listen to see if that is correct and make any additional changes. But here I'm going to go ahead and make a line break after the comma, putting in a space and deleting. That looks better. After you've made all those changes, click on Save Changes. Then you'll have a more professionally looking subtitle in the original language, and then you can go to the next step, which I have a separate video for, of converting it from that native language to additional languages.